I'm on my second consecutive green arrow going into FPL Gameweek 19 with a key transfer target in the midfield to look to. Help me get this one to 1,000 likes and subscribe if you don't already. Let's get into it. Starting off with how my game week 18 went then. I finished off on 67 points, which was another green arrow. I, of course, played my triple captainship on Salah. He had 5 shots in that game, 3 on target, just the 1 goal. Picked up a couple of bonus points though, so a 9-point return. Not my worst return for a triple captain. It feels like it could have been so much more in that game. The stars did align. No regrets, because I feel like the other chips will be more useful in the coming double game weeks. Double Arsenal defence kept a clean sheet, which was a welcome boost with blanks elsewhere in the defence. Palmer managed to get his goal as well. My transfer in, Isak, got on the score sheet, but he did come in for Cunha, who managed double-digit hauls, while the rest of my attack, Wood and Solanke, both blanked, and Diogo Jota, who was my Saka replacement, only arrived from the bench for the last few minutes of that game. I am regretting going with him as an option, but hopefully he'll get his start in game week 19. So I've got 1 free transfer, 1.2 million in the bank. Jota already looking like a weak link in my squad, and I do have a very firm favourite for who to replace him with, and that's Newcastle United's Anthony Gordon. He's also a great replacement if you're a Fernandes owner or if you haven't sold Saka yet. The thing I like about Newcastle is that they are top of the form versus fixture charts for game week 19. They're scoring goals for fun, and the fixtures look very good. I know there is a bit of red in the ticker, but Manchester United and Spurs in the next 2, both of those defences have been awful. Then it's Wolves and Bournemouth at home, followed by a trip to Southampton. The thing is with Newcastle, most managers own Isak now. Since the Saka injury, Isak is now the 3rd highest owned player in the game. Everyone owns him, but no one's captaining him really. If you add in Gordon, he's 11% owned, but a double up on the Newcastle attack is quite differential at the moment, and it's certainly been reaping the rewards in the last few weeks. I mean, Gordon has got 4 attacking returns in his last 4 starts. 7.3 million, so a nice price point to get in. I am really hot on him as an option right now. The only concern is that he is a lot stronger at home than away. The next 2 are on the road, but you look at the frailties in those defences that he's going to play. You look at Spurs, who supposedly have no fit centre-backs other than Archie Gray. It's looking like a good defence to target at the moment, and Manchester United, obviously they've got Fernandes suspended, no Ugarte either through suspension, and you know, a few defensive injuries. I think there's really a great opportunity there for Newcastle to really demolish their next few opponents. I think personally I'm going to give Jota 1 more game, the trip to West Ham, because he is due a start, and I thought it was going to come in game week 18. Hopefully it comes in game week 19. Because I've only got 1 free transfer, I do always try and roll if I can, but you know, Gordon for game week 20 for the trip to Spurs could well be coming into my side. Team selection time then, and some decisions to make on who to start, who to bench. Obviously, I've got Fabianski and Vandenberg both injured in my defence. I'm going to start double Arsenal defence away at Brentford. I have to start Trent away at West Ham, and I am going to give Robinson the nod at home to Bournemouth, given he's got 6 assists this season. Konza is my defensive sub at home to Brighton, which feels like a good fixture as well. Hopefully, I don't regret benching him, but we are expecting rotation with such a turnaround between these fixtures anyway, so it could all come good and work out well. Into the midfield, double Chelsea for the trip to Ipswich with Enzo and Palmer, and double Liverpool for the trip to West Ham with Salah and Jota. High hopes for all of those in that game. That does mean that Morgan Rogers drops to the bench once again for Brighton at home. Maybe I'll need him if Jota misses out or someone else misses out for whatever reason, but I look at my forward line, I can't bench Isak. Solanke at home to Wolves feels like a really nice fixture, seeing as I've got this far with Solanke. Chris Wood away at Everton is a weird one, because I think Everton have got 4 home clean sheets in the last 5 games, but it's really difficult to bench a player who's on penalties, and Wood has been quite consistent this season. 10 goals, but only 1 in his last 4. But Nottingham Forest still playing well, still getting those results. So yeah, I'm prepared to take the risk there. Now, when it comes to captaincy, there's 3 options on the table. You mean Isak, his form is absolutely sensational at the moment. Manchester United away is not a bad fixture for him either. So he's in the mix. Palmer probably with the pick of the fixtures away at Ipswich on paper. But Ipswich have been reasonably well defensively, particularly at home. And Chelsea, we've seen a little bit of a dip in their form. In like their last couple of games, they've only scored 1 goal in their last 2, which is a concern. Then you've got Salah away at West Ham. And when it comes to captaincy at the minute, I always start with, is there a good reason not to captain Salah? And I can't come up with a decent reason not to. So yeah, it's likely to be Salah captain, Palmer vice captain for the captaincy this week. If you've enjoyed this one, then hit that like button. We're trying to get to 1,000 likes on this video, and subscribe to the channel as well. This is it for content for FPL Gameweek 19, I'm afraid, but I will be back on Tuesday with my team selection for FPL Gameweek 20, so look out for that one. Thank you for watching.